4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello and welcome to TrojanVision's The Week That Was, covering the news and events for the week ending September 13th, 2019. I'm your host, Aaron Taylor. Well, this week marked 18 years since the September 11th attacks rocked the nation, and it's a day many will never forget. And Wednesday morning, Troy University took time to honor those lost in the attacks with a ceremony on the Bibb Graves Quad. Aaron Dixon has the story.
9/11 is a time of remembrance of those who lost their lives on September 11th, 2001, when two planes crashed into the Twin Towers in New York City. And it is also a day where people honor the military and first responders.
Keep the memory of those who lost their lives in your hearts, in your minds, not only for today, but for every day after.
On Wednesday, Troy for Troops held a memorial ceremony for the 3,000 lives lost on 9/11 and the millions of lives that were changed.
Today changed America. 9/11 changed America forever. And as many of those who are over the age of 25, they can still remember the changes, whether they were in grade school all the way up to an adult.
This was the first memorial ceremony held by Troy for Troops, and at the end of the ceremony, they had a moment of silence to remember fallen victims.
But we had a moment of silence at 8:46. We are going to continue that tradition in the years coming, and hopefully the event will just get bigger and bigger.
During the ceremony, there was not only a remembrance for fallen victims, but they also wanted to thank all the people who continue to serve this country on a daily basis.
I always remember about 9/11 is that you have people who are there to defend, your honor, your country. I always support those, whether they're, like you said, police officer or fireman. These people make a difference, because you have to realize what these people do. They go out, they go to work, but yet they take in their lives every single day.
The 9/11 History Walk was also put on by Troy for Troops, and it was located on the Bibb Graves Quad, and it allowed students to see all the events that occurred on 9/11. Aaron Dixon, Troy, TrojanVision News.
The world was watching when Hurricane Dorian struck the Bahamas. The nation was battered by the storm, leaving most of the island country unrecognizable. And as the island picks up the pieces, students at Troy University are doing their part to pitch in here in the United States. Daisy Lang has the story.
Although Hurricane Dorian left ruins hundreds of miles away, the distance isn't stopping Troy University from helping out. Donations for Hurricane Dorian relief are in the Trojan Center lobby from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. this week.
We are trying to donate anything, toothpaste, deodorant, anything that people need in the Bahamas for the people who were hurt in Dorian. And we're just sending it to the warehouse so they can send it to the Bahamas.
The 70,000 people are suddenly homeless. Many are without power and water. Families are lining up for hours trying to get aid.
Yesterday we received like 3 or 4 boxes of canned goods, paper towels, tissue, toothpaste, anything, everything basically. So everything's going great.
Respondents discussed what they thought would be most helpful to the affected people.
I think amenities like toothpaste, like I said, deodorant, everything food, especially food. Just anything to make sure they can make it through the day until they can get back on their feet.
I think most people, they don't have power, so if people can bring some electricity, electronics can make power for them, so they can have some basic needs for cooking.
For the affected people, what is most needed is not only the materials, but also the wishes of the people.
The most important thing, I think, people in the be affected, they know someone will help them. They are not alone. All people around the states will help them, so they have hope in this disaster time.
There is also a donation table set up Saturday at Tailgate Terrace from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. The GoFundMe QR card are available as well. Daisy Lun, Troy, TrojanVision News.
And with that recent natural disaster fresh on our minds as Hurricane Dorian affected the lives of thousands, one student group was trying to do their part to help relief efforts by getting students to roll up their sleeves and give blood. Sam Granville has the details.
Give blood, help save a life. Troy University hosted the American Red Cross for an urgent need blood drive on Tuesday. The event was held from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. in the Trojan Center on campus and was sponsored by the Minority Student Council.
I'm here to help with the American Red Cross blood drive, and I'm here on the behalf of the MPHC. I'm a part of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated, so we're helping work the table and keep stuff organized here at the blood drive.
The university hosts numerous blood drives throughout the year and urges residents of Troy and students to donate.
I've given blood probably like 10, 11, 12 times, and I did it back at home. I did it during high school, and I just think it's a really good thing for the community because, I mean, people will always need blood. It's something that they'll always need.
Flyers were handed out on campus stating there is currently an urgent need for blood in the Troy area. Please make your appointment to donate. Each unit can save up to 3 lives.
That's a numerous reason why the blood drive is important, but a couple of them are for blood transfusions for people that have like sickle cell, for example, or somebody that comes in with a car accident, they have to have blood. People with tumors, you need blood for surgery and stuff like that. So blood is what keeps us alive. So people that come out and donate blood, it helps save other people's lives, essentially.
The message from the American Red Cross is that only positive things can come from giving blood, and the possibilities of who it can impact are endless.
Giving blood is just kind of a good thing. I mean, one day you might need it, so I'm just here to help out someone in need.
Sam Granville, Troy, Trojan Vision News.
And at Saturday's football game against Southern Miss, Troy fans hope to be singing the fight song quite a bit. However, some fans may be singing it differently than others, as the Student Government Association voted to alter a lyric in a move that some are considering controversial. Brady Talbot reports.
Fans at Troy University sporting events like this Saturday's football game should prepare to hear a little more swearing than usual, as the Student Government Association voted to modify the Trojan fight song to feature the lyrics, "Fight like hell." While some say this displays more Trojan spirit, others say it hinders a family-friendly atmosphere. At Tuesday's SGA meeting, a vast majority of senators gave the thumbs up to a resolution that would alter the school's fight song, Trojans One and All, replacing the lyrics "Fight, fight, fight" with "Fight like hell." The resolution reads, "Trojans One and All" currently sounds aggressive, but could be slightly modified to enhance the mood and spirit among Trojans and fans. It also specifies that the modification is not an official lyric change, but rather an encouragement for fans to use the proposed language.
Growing up in Troy, I've heard people say it over and over again for many years. When I learned the original document today reads "fight, fight, fight," it threw me off guard. Hearing a lot of people all together say that language, "fight like hell," in a fight song, it just sounds more aggressive. It sounds it sounds better.
Senators who voted in disapproval to the modification tussled with moral dilemmas and how the alteration may confuse fans.
I just think that at a game it would be confusing for half of the student body to be chanting "fight, fight, fight" and the other half to be chanting "fight like hell." I think that we all need to be unified. I believe that some people would think that because we are in the Bible Belt, the Deep South, that it should stay "fight, fight, fight" just to be clean.
That was part of the Trojan fight song played on the alto saxophone by Troy University Sound of the South band member Hunter Lawrence. Lawrence feels the lyric alteration isn't wholesome enough for the community, and he wasn't aware of the proposed resolution until after it was passed.
We should keep it traditional and just fight, 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 just based on the parents and the kids that come to our football games.
Senators say if "Fight like hell" sticks, a formal change may be proposed. Brady Talbot, Troy, Trojan Vision News.
We'll take a short break. When we return, nursing students deliver a baby on campus. We'll introduce you to the newest member of the Troy nursing family right after this, so stay tuned.
You might start on a Troy campus or at your kitchen table. Wherever you start, you'll be more than a student. You'll be part of the Troy family, armed with the education, values, and skills you need to succeed. Ready to lead today's global workforce. No challenge will feel impossible. No dream will be out of reach, because we will be with you all the way. Trojan Warriors, one and all.
I don't want I was afraid of that.
Well, guess it's time to get you fixed.
Your pets will start fooling around sooner than you think.
Go on, get out of here!
Accidental litters lead to millions killed in shelters each year. Help prevent more. Fix at month 4.
Troy University School of Nursing is celebrating 50 years with a new addition. The school held an open house Thursday as part of the anniversary with a special delivery. Cody Giles has more.
The 50th anniversary of Troy University's nursing program has brought with it the addition of Troy's newest fan. Meet Jack Hawkins III, aka Trey, born at 2:56 on September 12th, 2019.
So this is what we've been building up to at the beginning of the fall semester. We've had our 50th kickoff celebration, and so today we were able to reveal the gender and the name of our new baby Sim. We've been planning from the beginning of the semester for this celebration, and what we intended to do was allow students to be able to have a chance to take part in this history, celebrate this 50th milestone, and leave a mark here on our campus. And so what students could do was vote for the gender that they would like to have the baby be, and then also select from a name.
The nursing program had T. Roy the Trojan come out and help with the gender reveal, as well as Mr. Jack Hawkins himself saying a few words.
Well, I'm here to say 50 years later, we haven't lost a step. And in fact, I think we have advanced nursing.
More than 50 people voted and over $500 were raised for this nursing program, all thanks to this new birthing simulator. And with it being the 50-year anniversary of the nursing school and the 30th anniversary of Dr. Jack Hawkins as chancellor, there was something for just about everyone here to celebrate.
Well, we were super excited to be able to celebrate this momentous event, to have Dr. Hawkins here with us, particularly because this is his 30th anniversary as chancellor, so it's just a wonderful event, a wonderful time. We're so glad we could share this with his experience this year as well.
Cody Giles, Troy, TrojanVision News.
Tuesday was World Suicide Prevention Day, and Tuesday, Trojan Outreach spent the day focused on the issue of suicide and worldwide project designed to bring awareness to suicide. Allison Polk has the story.
Suicide is the second leading cause of death for those ages 15 to 24 years old. That is one suicide every 12 minutes. Knowing these statistics, Trojan Outreach hosted an event that spreads awareness about suicide in the Semicolon Project.
So September is National Suicide Awareness Month, so Trojan Outreach is out here spreading some awareness about suicide. We're doing the Semicolon Project, which is a national project which talks about suicide awareness and brings light to a heavy issue. So the point of the project is it's basically a big metaphor. At the end of a sentence, you typically end with a period, and a period ends a sentence, and you just stop. And then a semicolon, you pause, and then you keep going. So it's supposed to be a metaphor that's helpful for people who are struggling with suicidal thoughts, that they should keep going.
Trojan Outreach was giving out semicolon tattoos and suicide resource information to all students who stopped by. They wanted to let Troy students that might be struggling with suicide know that their story isn't over.
So a lot of students, especially with the transition to college, go through suicidal thoughts or suicidal tendencies or just mental health issues in general.
And it's good to know that your story is not over, and that's exactly what the Semicolon Project is here to do.
There's a lot of students out here who are struggling. We've seen a rise in numbers of people who need help. So if people know they're not alone, maybe they'll be more likely to reach help. And obviously we don't want anyone to commit suicide if we could prevent it.
If anyone is struggling with suicide, you can contact the Troy Student Counseling Center at 334-670-3700. Allison Polk, Troy, TrojanVision News.
And while Tuesday was World Suicide Prevention Day, the awareness efforts on the Troy campus were not over at the end of that day. Troy sororities spent a few moments Wednesday morning performing a symbolic gesture to give support to those affected by suicide. Kendra White has the story.
On Wednesday, the members of Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated had the annual suicide prevention balloon release and shared what it means to them.
Keep going no matter what battles you're fighting through. It means that there's always a better method than to end your life. There's always somebody out there.
Members really wanted to touch on the importance of suicide prevention.
It's a great initiative to inform those who may not be feeling their best that there's an alternate source besides taking their life.
One of the national programs for Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated is mental health. So this is the event they want to use as an outlet.
So in college, a lot of people, they struggle with mental health issues and are suicidal. So we did this event to let people know that we're an outlet and that we're here for them.
They also had a motivational poem about suicide prevention that was shared with everyone in attendance.
That's the pretend in a cloud of doubt. You can never tell how close you are. You may be near when it seems afar. So stick to the fight when your heart is hit. If when things go wrong, then you must not quit.
The women of Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated want to always let people know there's always another option. This is Kendra White with TrojanVision News.
We're going to take another quick break. When we come back, we'll get a look at the variety of rare and ancient documents currently on display in the Troy Library. That's coming up right after this, so stay tuned.
Mom, can we get some ice cream? Please, Mom, please.
No, we're having dinner soon.
Please.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of children in foster care who will take you just as you are.
Troy University's library has a lot of books, and some of them date back quite a few years. But for the next few months, the library will be home to some truly old works of literature and artifacts of historical relevance. Cody Giles has the story.
The Declaration of Independence and the Gettysburg Address are two well-known documents in American history. But what might not be well known is the Magna Carta, or the Prince, by Machiavelli. Well, the Troy University Library has a new exhibit set up to help inform students about historic documents such as these.
The Remnant Trust is a collection from Texas Tech that they've been developing for quite a few years, and that they loan out to libraries and other institutions around the country, so students and people can just be exposed to all of these cool old things.
But why should these matter?
I think for one thing, it just puts students in physical contact with their history, with world history.
The students and faculty of Troy University have the opportunity to view these time-honored works in their original forms, and there's plenty to choose from.
There's a ton of things in here, actually only 30, but it's just some unique things. I mean, I think most everybody, even if they don't know what it is, can remember studying the Magna Carta. Well, we've got one from 1350. I mean, that's an 800-year-old document. We've got a cuneiform tablet that's 4,500 years old. We've got one of 3 copies of the Declaration of Independence. We've got a first edition of The Prince by Machiavelli.
And for those interested in learning as much as possible,
this is on display until the first week of December, most likely, and so we'll be having lectures almost every week, and you can see the list at Troy University Libraries on Facebook.
And the first speaker in the series designed to help visitors better understand the works included in the Remnant Trust exhibit presented on Tuesday. Daisy Ling has the story.
Since Troy University Library has an exhibition of rare books and other artifacts from the Remnant Trust collection, many lectures are coming. At noon on Tuesday, Dr. Helfomer gave a lecture on Plato's The Republic in the Wallace Hall Library.
Dr. Schaefer in the library has an exhibit with historical documents that are very important called the Remnant, and one of those is a very early edition of Plato's Republic. And we have people who are presenting about each of those documents, and I presented on the Republic today.
Dr. Fulmer hopes the lecture will change the way people see things and encourage them to read the classics.
Well, the biggest hope I have is that they will think a little differently. Maybe they'll ask some questions, and if they want to go read the Republic, that they will. It's a famous work. It's been around for 2,000 years and worth the time and effort to read. But the most important thing is they understand the role of questions, and they understand about the allegory of the cave.
Through this lecture, Dr. Fomer hopes to cultivate students to ask questions and explore the spirit of things.
Don't accept what seems to be an obvious answer. Keep asking questions. Keep digging out what's real, right? And learn not to be deceived, right? There's a lot of that going on. Our pictures sometimes are created. They're not real. What people tell us isn't real. Keep asking the questions. That's real important. And then come see us in Eldridge Hall in the JWS Center. We'd love to have you come visit.
Daisy Lun, Troy, TrojanVision News.
Troy University's Chinese Culture Club frequently puts on events to help teach Troy students about major elements of Chinese culture. And last week, the group focused on one of the country's most popular beverages, tea. Daisy Lung has the story.
Chinese people's love for tea is just like Americans' obsession for coffee. Thursday, students tried oolong tea and dark tea at the Chinese tea ceremony held by Confucius Institute.
It's very interesting. I love the cultural aspect of it, and I love the social event of it, and it's just really, really interesting and really, really cool to me.
The host explains the system of Chinese tea culture and then showed the process of making tea to the students.
So in Chinese tea, we have 6 categories. We have oolong tea, dark tea, black tea, yellow tea, green tea, and also white tea.
Oolong tea is a partial imitation tea, and dark tea helps you digest. Both kinds of tea have their own characteristics to satisfy different people's preferences for tea.
I think most Westerners like oolong tea because it has a scent. It's like flowers. And for the dark tea, it's very healthy. Some people say it would help you to lose some weight.
I like dark teas very much. I like my tea very strong, so it was very good.
Tea has different meanings in different countries.
I think it's a very, again, social, familial event where it's just friends coming together and enjoying time together. It allows people to slow down and enjoy the moment.
While Chinese tea has 3 rules.
First is like you regarded someone as friends, you will offer them a cup of tea. And also if you want to apologize, if you do something wrong, you would offer somebody a cup of tea. If they accept your tea, it's like they accept your apologize. Also, tea is also a part of our wedding ceremony. So the young couples also offer the tea for their elderly to show their gratitude for raising them up.
Daisy Lun, Troy, TrojanVision News.
And it appears tea was a popular drink on campus last week, as tea from another Asian country was the focus of last Thursday's meeting of the International Students Cultural Organization. However, their ceremony focused primarily on Japanese traditions relating to the beverage. Jessica Phillips has the story.
Thursday night, Troy University ISCO students hosted a Japanese night, which included a tea ceremony, Kindle performances, Japanese traditional dances, and Japanese pop dances. Each segment provided information on why it's important to the Japanese culture.
This is the Tea for Troy. They have a regular, ongoing series of tea from all over the world, and this one is from Japan. We put this together with ISCO. We have a group of 23 students from Nagasaki International University in Japan. They come for a 1-month special ESL program, and we do a lot of cultural things for them to learn about American culture. And this is kind of one of the ways they can give back to the university to show a little bit about their culture.
The Japanese tea ceremony serves as a representation of respect, harmony, purity, and tranquility for the Japanese culture.
One of the interesting things is at their university, the tea ceremony is actually part of their curriculum, that they all take classes in tea ceremony. They have to actually pass a test before they can graduate.
The night ended with the performance of pop dance, Japanese dance, and the fisherman dance. For the next ISCO event, visit the Troy University ISCO Facebook page. Jessica Phillips, Troy, TrojanVision News.
Well, it's time for our last break. When we return, high schoolers will be competing with robots on campus. We'll explain right after this.
At Troy University, we offer military students more than just flexibility and convenience. We offer top-ranked programs that are an investment in your future. And like the military, you'll be part of something. a powerful network of more than 158,000 alumni worldwide. And we will be with you all the way. Proudly serving our military since 1950, Trojan Warriors, one and all.
It's a beautiful day out here. Sunny today with light breezes, giving way to clouds in the afternoon. We could see some light precipitation to moderate precipitation later on, followed by powerful storm-like conditions. 90 miles per hour winds are expected. Authorities are asking everyone, stay indoors. Come on, that's it. Let's go.
A young person building their own robot may seem like something out of a science fiction movie. However, Troy University is giving some area high schoolers the chance to build some robots competitively. Cody Giles has the story.
Troy University is hosting a robotics competition with high schools in the area that will showcase each team's ability to think creatively and solve problems.
Today we're having our unified kickoff with Troy University Best Robotics and having the kids review the field as well as them receiving their game information.
A part of this information is the grading criteria, including an engineering notebook, a marketing presentation, a team exhibit booth, a robot performance, and finally,
spirit and sportsmanship. And that is one of the things that attracted Troy University to having a hub here at Troy University.
Students are only allowed to use the items given to them in these kits without the addition of outside materials. This allows for an even playing field across the entire competition.
It's kind of interesting because different people design different things different ways, but every team that competes on this robotics competition has the exact same materials. So everybody's on the equal playing field as far as materials. It's not who can spend more money, it's who can utilize their resources better.
Not only will the contestants be judged in the work done to their robot, but the ability to get ideas on paper.
It is actually a writing competition also. All students have to document that building of the robot and their reflection on the robot using the engineering design process. They also have to try and sell their robot to a panel of judges.
The final event will be Saturday, October 19th in the Trojan Arena. Cody Giles, Troy, TrojanVision News.
Troy's Johnson Center for the Arts works to bring a wide variety of art to the city of Troy. However, it needs the help of the community to make that possible, and the center is looking for some new members. Seth Carpenter shows us how.
The Johnson Center for the Arts had their first membership kickoff party with the goal in mind in trying to attract new and young families to become members with the art gallery.
We just want more young families involved, more of the community. We are the premier art center of the county, and we need support. We need more people to even know what we are, and we want members, young, old, families, all ages, because we have things to offer each person.
Members allow the Johnson Center to be able to help keep the art gallery admission-free, even in a small way.
You know, we're a 501c3, and we have to raise money on a regular basis to keep our doors open because, you know, the Johnson Center is admission free and we do everything for the artist over there.
At the event, they had live music, food, and posters from past exhibits that were hanging on the wall to signify the quality of artists that the Johnson Center brings here to Troy.
We get different exhibits throughout the year, world-class exhibits that you may have seen in New York. I mean, we really get high-class exhibits, and we invite anybody to come. It's free to the public, and you can tour all the galleries that we have in the Johnson Center.
If you are interested in going to see the current exhibit that is on display, the Johnson Center's hours are Wednesday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., and Saturday from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Seth Carpenter, Troy, TrojanVision News.
And that's the week that was. To find out what's happening on a daily basis, you can tune in to Troy TrojanVision News at 5, 6:30, and 10:30 Monday through Friday, or follow us on Twitter at Troy TV News. Also, feel free to like our Troy TrojanVision News fan page on Facebook to see online content from Troy TrojanVision News. And until next time, have a good week.